Hi friends, it's Julia. I'm here to share a layout that I created for the Christie's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches. This is from day one, the sketch that she used for day one. And I started with that as my inspiration, but by the time I'm done, this looks nothing like the inspiration. And that's okay. I'm good with it. I like how this layout turned out. Now I am using my October 2019 Counterfeit Kit Challenge kit to create this layout. And I had all of these border strips in here. Part of them were K& Company metallic strips or glittered strips with adhesive on them. This one is a piece of felt fusion. And you can see I've got them all down. I've got washi tape. I've got the 3 different pieces of felt fusion down. I've got the metallic looking stickers, clear stickers from K& Company. And I want to say there's a piece from Close to My Heart. Yeah, there's tons of stuff there. The photos, I just put a piece of washi tape on the back of them to hold them together. And then I'm layering up this hot pink tissue paper that I have added to the kit as my photo mat. I'm going to go ahead and mat it again here in just a minute with the black tissue paper that I have added into my kit. I love the look of this crumpled up tissue paper like this. I think it gives your layout so much more texture without giving it more bulk. And I love that. You know, layouts take up a lot of space, and I see people do layout, especially Christy's Beautiful Life. She's been doing some sequin layouts recently, and they are so bumpy and bulky, and it's like, okay, your kids are little bitty. By the time they get to be 25, 30 years old, your whole house is going to be nothing but albums and albums and albums, full of those big bulky layouts that you've done. I've been trying to be better as time goes by about not being quite so bulky with my layouts because of the fact that when you pull them out years later and you look at them, if you've got a layout, several pages from the one you're looking at that was bumpy and bulky, your layout that you're, 2 or 3 pages later is also going to be bumpy and bulky without ever having anything on it. It's just going to conform to what's in the album and the constant pressure. One of the things that I've learned over the years, and I am trying to be more intentional about not being too bulky. Even now, I still use um, my foam tape, but I'm not as, I don't use it as much. So I got to the end of, probably my second or third roll, the big rolls of that, and realized I'm using a lot of this stuff and I need to slow down because everything I'm adding this bulk to is adding bulk in my albums and I need to stop. So I try and use it a little more sparingly now. This last roll that I've had has probably lasted me nearly a year, year and a half, where they were lasting me about 6 or 8 months. So I'm being better about it. Now I've gone through and I've pulled out all of those Heidi Swap embellishments that I think I might want to use. And then I'm pulling out this tag that says Life is an Adventure. And I'm going to use that as well. And so I'm just rifling through. That is actually a doily that I cut out with a die cutter. A lot of these embellishments from those colors, the black and the pink pieces there in that little bin, they came from the color bins of the appropriate color, but when they initially started, they were my leftover bin. I've always kept a box up over top of my desk that when I get to the end of kits, if I have pieces that I have stamped or punched or die cut or colored, all of that stuff, if I have that stuff, it typically goes into that bin. And then when that bin gets too full, then I will go through and I will divide it out into my color bins. Once it's in my color bins, that seems to be where I pull from it the most to put into kits. And you can see that little pink shape scallop piece that was there also came from there, as this black piece is the same. And it's funny because I can remember cutting these things or using parts of them or maybe if I did multiples of one, I would, I remember using those bits and pieces on layouts and putting the leftovers into the um, leftover bin, and then dividing it out into the color bins. It's one of those quirky little things that just makes me happy to be able to use all this randomness. I was watching Scrappy Kathy the other day, and she was talking about her junk, and that's basically what it is. It's junk that, maybe you punched out all these shapes or whatever, and you thought you might use them all on a layout or in a kit, and you didn't get them all used up. And so rather than toss them away, they end up someplace in your scrapbook room taking up space. And she was talking about she has all these bins where she's reorganizing her room that are full of junk that she has to decide what she's going to do with. And I'm like, praise God, mine aren't that junky. Not that hers are junky, but I just don't have as much as she has. When you look at her little basement apartment, and she walks you through there, you think, man, she has a ton of stuff. But she is an avid scrapbooker, and she has been scrapbooking for a very long time. She was talking about redoing an album that she put together in 1967, and I'm like, wow, 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 guys, that's a long time. That's over 50 years ago. So she's been scrapping at least that long, possibly longer than that. I don't know. Here I've got this little camera, and this came from a piece of pattern paper that was nothing but cameras. You guys might remember it. I think it was like maybe one of the first Amy Tangerine, or oh, who's that other lady? Um, I can't think of the other lady right now, but maybe from one of their first kits that they made, first kits that they designed, I should say. There was a pink one, and then there was a teal one, that were full of cameras. And I took a page from each paper pad that I received and fussy cut them all out. That tag there is again another leftover. It may be from something that I have punched out previously, or it could be left over from a kit. I don't remember at this point. It's been in my stash for a long time. I just know if I like it, I hang on to it. And at some point, I will get it used. If I like it truly, I do hang on to it. So I'm loving how this layout is coming together. But if you look over at the sketch on Christy's Beautiful Life, you will see this doesn't look anything like the original. Nothing like the original. And I'm okay with that. I love that it looks different, but it was inspired by the same sketch that so many other people are using as well. And I just love that they have started a um, a playlist on Christy's channel of all the different layouts that are posted every day, as well as she has started a Facebook group. I don't necessarily know that I will get my videos uploaded every day. It may take me 6 months or a year to get them all uploaded, but I will try and get over to her Facebook page and join that so that I can post the photos in the albums, the appropriate albums that she has over there. I did use her 30 Days of Sketches as inspiration last year, for Christmas layouts. I had planned to do, I think she had done the 30 Days of Sketches in maybe November last year, and I had planned on following along and just using those layouts in December to do Christmas layouts. And for whatever reason, I think work got busier. Maybe my boss was out of town and it was me covering and nobody else. So I really didn't have time to get them all done in December. So it ended up happening in January that every day I posted a new layout. I didn't hashtag any of them, but if I went back through now, I could probably go back through and hashtag them all with Christy's 30 Days of Sketches. But I don't remember if it was 4 or 3. It may have been 3. I don't remember now. This is actually for round number 6. And I think she's done it either once or twice already this year. So I pulled out my potty people for this kit. That's kind of different. I haven't used any of those in forever. And it feels good to get some on a layout. You know, when I bought those potty people, I thought I'll use those right away. That's been like 5 years now, 5 years ago. Don't you do that? Oh my goodness. I'm pulling in a few little scraps of um, ribbon from my leftover ribbon jar, I call it, or my bits and pieces of ribbon. And I'm going to make a couple of bows to go on the tags down there. I thought about actually trying to weave that through, but again, the bulk factor, and I think I can make a ribbon a little bit flatter than a knot necessarily. So I'm working on getting that fairly flat before I put it down on the layout. So do you find yourselves collecting supplies when something new comes on the market? Do you feel the need to like buy everything in that collection or that style, whether it be a color mist or a new type of marker or like those felt fusion embellishments on the background paper? Um, when they first came out, I felt like I needed them in every color. And I bought a whole bunch and a whole bunch of colors. But then I think partway through collecting them, it was like, okay, I need to be real. Is this going to be a supply that will stand the test of time? Or is it going to be like here today, gone tomorrow? Am I going to get part of this stuff collected in every color and then, you know, it's going to go away before I have them all collected? And if I have them all collected in every color, am I truly going to use them in a timely manner? Those kind of things. I have learned that um, if I have a little bit of all the new stuff that comes out, even if I don't get it when it first comes out, I still feel okay with what I have. Like the Heidi Swapp Color Shine Mist, when they first started coming out, you know, I saw people going out there collecting every color under the moon and stars, and I got like 5 or 6 of them, and I'm like, okay, I'm done. I don't need any more. You know, I tried to choose different colors than what I had in, say, my Tattered Angels supply because I still had a whole bunch of that when the Heidi Swapp came out. And since then, they've had multiple other companies come out, Studio Calico's come out, and I have a little bit from a lot of different companies, so I'm good with what I have. I won't purchase any new. If it's gifted to me, I'll take it, but I won't purchase any new. So I'm adding some finishing touches here on the layout, and then you're going to see some close-ups there at the end. If you like this video, I would love it if you would flip me a thumbs up. If you're interested in seeing more layouts like this one created with older stash, feel free to subscribe. I would love to see you over on my channel so you can get some inspiration and hopefully get your stuff used up. Anyway, guys, I will see you on the next video. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.